Welcome back to Midwest Access. I'm meteorologist Sarah Gannon. We have been enjoying some really beautiful conditions out there today. Not quite as humid now. And the good news is those conditions just continuing to get better as we move into the end of the work week. So look at those current temperatures as we see temperatures into those mid and upper 70s at this point in time. 75 in Preston, 79 in Rochester, 75 in Austin, Albert Lee, 78 in Mason City. And notice the dew points alongside of those temperatures gradually now falling back into those lower 60s, if not upper 50s. So again, very, very comfortable conditions out here at this point in time. We have that northern flow at this point in time, so we are looking to see more of that dry, comfortable air settling back into southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, kind of pushing out that higher humidity and that's what we get to enjoy here the next couple of days. So kind of tracking things out with the muggy meter, looking forward to some very comfortable dew points between Thursday and Friday, mainly towards those lower to mid 50s. Unfortunately, though, that humidity, those higher dew point levels do return heading into Saturday and into early next week. We'll see things feeling a little bit more sticky on Saturday as we bring back some rain chances, and that trend continuing there Sunday and into early next week. So take advantage of the great weather that we're expecting Thursday and Friday. However, we are tracking our next rain chance. So let's talk about the next big thing, and that is looking ahead to this weekend. The good news is we should manage some nice conditions throughout the weekend, so it's not a complete washout. For your Saturday, we are expecting to see some rain showers possible Saturday morning, mainly before that 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon time frame. So early part of the day, later afternoon into the evening, we should salvage and look forward to some dry conditions. Heading into Sunday, there may be a chance for some stray storms there during the daytime hours, but the best chance of seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity looks to stay until hold off until the overnight. So again, mostly should be dry there for your Sunday. So the good news is a little bit of rainfall on the way. Many of us could be looking at maybe a couple tenths of an inch of rainfall, some higher amounts though expected along and west of the I-35 region. Tomorrow, beautiful day. Again, lower humidity in the area, upper 70s to low 80s for those afternoon highs. And here's a look at that 10-day forecast as we track out those possible rain chances between Saturday, Sunday, and even early next week on Monday. Overall temperatures looking to warm up a little bit there towards those mid 80s by Sunday into early next week. Looking forward to some beautiful conditions the next 2 days, so get out and enjoy the great weather. Keeping an eye though on some weekend rain chances. Nick Jansen has the details next.
Heading outdoors, our meteorologist Sarah Gannon joins us live from the weather patio. Sarah, what are you tracking for the rest of tonight?
Well, hey there, Olivia. Continuing to look ahead to some pretty quiet conditions as we track things forward here for tonight. We are continuing to keep an eye on what's in store for the upcoming evening, and looks like I'm having a little trouble with my graphics, so I apologize for that. But we are continuing to keep an eye on some quiet conditions here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa, with future track radar showing some clear conditions overhead. So no concerns with that. We are monitoring some quiet weather through tonight, so no concerns for rainfall. Better chance for rain looking to roll in after this weekend. So the weekend opportunity to bring in a few chances there for our area. So I will continue to keep an eye on those details for you as we look ahead to some lower humidity in the next few days. All those first alert forecast details on the way in your first alert weather coming up.
All right, thank you, Sarah. We'll check back in soon.
We are looking forward to some really beautiful weather the next couple of days, minus the humidity. So looking at that muggy meter, looking forward to some very comfortable conditions here for the late week. Things, though, getting a little steamy again by the weekend as we track some rain chances. Your latest first alert forecast is coming up.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
Well, the forecast out there today, pretty fantastic. A little sticky, but the good news is if you're not a fan of the humidity, the next couple of days looking to be in your favor. As we track things out here with the muggy meter, looking at some very comfortable conditions on the way for your Thursday and your Friday as we track dew points into those lower, maybe some mid 50s, but more so towards those lower 50s. So perfect conditions to get outside the next couple of days and not have it be too uncomfortable. But as we head towards the weekend, we are increasing those dew point levels. Saturday, seeing dew points back into the 60s and even approaching the 70s as we head towards Sunday and into Monday. So getting pretty uncomfortable throughout the weekend. The reason for that is some upcoming rain chances. So let's talk about that next big thing as we look ahead to some weekend rain chances. And the good news is not expecting to see a washout this weekend. So timing wise, forecast continues to hold pretty consistent in terms of timing here this weekend. So for your Saturday, we'll be watching the morning hours mainly, likely before that 3 o'clock 3 p.m. time frame. Looking at a chance there for some showers, some thunderstorms to rumble through the area. So we should be able to salvage your Saturday afternoon and evening hours to be able to get outside and enjoy some nice summer conditions. Heading into Sunday, maybe a couple stray showers and storms are possible there during the daytime hours, but better chance, some higher confidence of seeing those showers and thunderstorms rumble through Sunday during the overnight time frame. So again, not a washout expected this weekend, so still some times throughout the weekend to get outside and enjoy those nice conditions. So in terms of rainfall, when all is said and done between Saturday and Sunday, a little bit of rain on the way. Nothing significant is expected, maybe a couple tenths possible, some localized higher pockets towards that 1/4 of an inch, but maybe a tenth or two at best for some of those totals. So we'll take any little bit of rainfall that we can get, of course, and looking ahead to tomorrow, beautiful Thursday on tap. We're tracking high temperatures into the upper 70s, some low 80s, plenty of sun, and with the lack of humidity, just a perfect day to get outside. Here's that 7-day forecast for Mankato. We are looking forward to that sun through Friday. And we bring in those rain chances here this weekend. Getting a little warm, though, heading towards Sunday. Some upper 80s possible in the Mankato area. For the Rochester region, looking at some mid 80s for those afternoon highs. So we are going to watch temperatures and, of course, the dew points kind of climb heading into this weekend with those rain chances.
Well, and tomorrow looking beautiful for the kickoff of the State Fair.
Can't complain there.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon joins us live from the weather patio. Sarah, our Thursday shaping up to be pretty beautiful.
Hey there, Olivia. Tracking some really gorgeous weather here for the end of the work week before we look ahead to some weekend rain chances. So the rest of tonight, things looking pretty A-OK, very quiet. Maybe a couple clouds to roll through the region, but aside from that, it's really not much happening here tonight. Should be a cooler start to your Thursday morning. And as we look at dew points, still a bit of some humidity, just a little bit still lingering around here in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa as dew points continue to sit into the upper 50s, some lower to mid 60s still lingering around. Heading into tomorrow and into Friday, significant difference. Looking at a lack of humidity in the area as we look at some pretty comfortable conditions. But with the return of that rainfall this weekend and into early next week, dew points are expected to climb significantly back towards the 60s and 70s. So take advantage of the next couple of days' weather. And we'll talk more about those first look forecast details coming up. We are looking forward to some really beautiful weather here heading into your Thursday and Friday. No complaints about tomorrow's forecast. Plenty of sunshine. Some nice seasonal temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. And the biggest takeaway, the lack of humidity on the way for your Thursday. We'll track, though, out that weekend rain chance that's on the way for the area. That's ahead in your First Alert weather.
Here's your First Alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We've been enjoying a pretty great week so far, and of course today a nice day as well. A little sticky out there with that humidity, but I promise things will look a lot better, feel a lot better heading into the next couple of days. We are, though, continuing to talk about our next big thing, some rain chances possible over the weekend. So let's keep an eye on that here. Good news is I don't think you need to make any major adjustments to any outdoor plans here this weekend. If you do have some plans, say Saturday morning, probably need to keep that umbrella close by. We are keeping an eye on timing-wise, still continuing to hold relatively consistent here with those model trends. Morning time Saturday, looking at a chance there for some showers, some thunderstorms before about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So most of your afternoon then into the evening hours should be able to salvage with some dry conditions. Then we look ahead to Sunday. Most of the day should be dry, maybe some stray showers and storms possible there during the daytime. Better chance, higher confidence of seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity holding off until the overnight Sunday into Monday. So rainfall amounts, nothing significant, nothing major, but we'll take any little bit of rain that we can get here at this point in time in the season. Most of us should be looking at, say, maybe a tenth, 2/10 of an inch of rain on the high side, maybe a couple localized spots higher towards about a 1/4 of an inch for southern Minnesota into northern Iowa. So tomorrow morning, quiet, pleasant, crisp start to the day. Temperatures here around 7 a.m. expected to be towards those mid 50s to upper 50s, so anywhere from around 55 to about 59 degrees there about 7 a.m. By the afternoon, seeing temperatures warming slightly above average into the upper 70s to low 80s. And the bonus part about tomorrow and Friday, the lack of humidity. Dew points are expected to be into the 50s here both Thursday and Friday, so very comfortable conditions. Things, though, changing heading into this weekend as we see that rain return. That means dew points are elevated. Looking at 60s for dew points on Saturday. Sunday into Monday, feeling a lot more humid, a little bit more uncomfortable as dew points climb into those 70s. So here's that 10-day forecast or 7-day forecast for Mankato. Looking at a quiet stretch through Friday, nearing the upper 80s, though, by Sunday. So keeping an eye on some warm spots here this upcoming weekend. 10-day forecast for Rochester. That weekend rain chances, we're keeping a close eye on that. Maybe some more summer-like temps mid 80s on the way Sunday into early next week.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Sports is next.
Thank you. We are looking ahead to that 10-day forecast for the Rochester area as we track some nice sunshine the next few days. Biggest thing that we'll notice here tomorrow especially is the lack of humidity. So things looking pretty beautiful as we round out the end of the work week. Heading into this weekend, keeping an eye on some shower and thunderstorm chances. The good news is I think there's enough of a break in the rainy action where we'll see some dry conditions. So not a complete washout this weekend. Some excellent news there, especially for folks that maybe have some outdoor plans that are just trying to soak up the last few days of summer.
Like going to the Minnesota State Fair.
Exactly.
I'm excited. Can you tell? I love the State Fair. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 9.
We've been enjoying some really beautiful weather here the last couple of days. A little sticky, though, when it comes to that humidity. The good news is today we've seen some minor improvement, but by tomorrow, extending into Friday, a lot better. Things will feel a lot more comfortable. So according to the Buggy Meter, we'll be in that comfortable territory with dew points into the 50s, but dew points are expected to climb back into the 60s and ultimately the 70s as we head into this weekend. So getting a little bit more uncomfortable to spend that extra time outside. Tomorrow, no concerns. Beautiful, beautiful day. We'll see plenty of sunshine, high temperatures there into the upper 70s to the low 80s. Wind speeds should stay anywhere from around 5 to 10 miles per hour. However, we are keeping an eye on some upcoming rain chances this weekend, Saturday, Sunday into Monday, and that is why we will be looking at those dew point levels to be on the rise. So keeping an eye on the weekend for those rain chances. The good news is, though, as long as the forecast holds, we'd be looking at just some periodic rain chances, not a washout. So some great news for folks trying to soak in those last few days of summer here.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. We'll check back in soon.
And we are gearing up for some less humid conditions on the way for the end of the work week. So some beautiful conditions expected for southern Minnesota and northern Iowa. Perfect weather if you're looking to head up to the State Fair. Things looking pretty nice for opening day tomorrow. Temperatures climbing into those lower 80s. Widespread sun, a nice light breeze out of the northwest. And again, the biggest cherry on top is going to be the lack of humidity. We'll break down your upcoming forecast here for the weekend as we do track some rain showers on the way. Those latest details are ahead in your first alert weather.
Here's your first alert weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
We've been having a really fantastic week. Beautiful even here for our Wednesday. Things changing, though, heading into the upcoming late week and this weekend. So let's talk about the next big thing. And the big focus is going to be on the upcoming weekend as we track some possible rain chances. And the good news is not expecting a washout, but if you do have some outdoor plans, you may need to keep the umbrella handy. You may need to keep an eye on the forecast and come up with a backup plan just in case. So let's talk about Saturday here. If timing holds consistent, morning hours, looking at the best chance for some showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 3 o'clock. So we should be able to salvage the rest of the afternoon and into those evening hours for your Saturday. Heading into Sunday, then maybe a few stray showers and storms during the daytime hours. Better confidence, though, of seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity towards the overnight hours. So bulk of our Sunday should be dry and quiet. It'd be more so late night into early Monday that we watch for some shower and thunderstorms to rumble through. But in terms of rainfall amounts, we'll take any little bit that we can get at this point in time in the season. Unfortunately, though, not a significant amount of rainfall on the way. Most of us could be looking at maybe a 1/10, 2/10 of an inch of rainfall, maybe upwards of a 1/4 to about 4/10 of an inch on the high side. So we'll monitor those rain chances and continue to keep an eye on that forecast as long as trends are holding consistent on those upcoming rainfall amounts. Tomorrow, a quiet start to the day. Around 7 a.m., we'll be looking at temperatures into the upper 50s to kick off the day. Plenty of sun. That trend continues into the afternoon where we look forward to more sunshine and temperatures just a couple degrees above average, upper 70s to low 80s. The big thing we'll notice here for tomorrow and even into Friday is the lack of humidity. Notice here dew points into the comfortable level below 60, so we're looking at some lower 50s tomorrow. Dew points, though, on the climb heading into this weekend and into early next week. Things will feel pretty muggy, especially by Sunday into Monday as dew points return to those 70s. So look at that 10-day forecast for the area. Quiet through the end of the work week. Those intermittent shower and thunderstorm chances over the weekend, and temperatures looking to climb a little bit too with those dew points. We'll be looking at some mid-80s on the way by Sunday. Maybe another stray rain chance come Wednesday, but later next week, not too bad. So overall, a little bit of everything for everyone.
We need a little bit of rain in the area.
We certainly do.
Thanks, Sarah.
We'll be right back.
Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for Austin, Mason City, and Winona. Beautiful weather here the next couple of days. No complaints from the weather department as we track plenty of sun at seasonal temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. The best part of the next couple of days is going to be the lack of humidity. Dew points are expected to be in the 50s, so take advantage of the next 2 days and get outside while you can. Things changing heading into this weekend. Dew points on the rise, and that's because of our return for rain chances Saturday, Sunday, extending into early Monday. Not a washout this weekend, so that is the great news, is you should be able to salvage parts of your weekend. However, we are keeping an eye on those upcoming rain chances. We'll take you a little bit to precip at this point in time in the season. Nick? Beautiful weather to get outside here the next couple of days. Looking forward to the lack of humidity. That's in store Thursday and Friday. Plenty of sun, some seasonal temperatures. We are keeping a close eye on this weekend, monitoring some stray to isolated showers and thunderstorms possible Saturday and Sunday. The good news is it won't be completely wet all day long. We're looking forward to some breaks in the rain. More so towards Saturday morning, and then again late Sunday night into early Monday. So we should be able to salvage our Saturday afternoon and evening, and then most of the day on Sunday looking relatively dry. So still an opportunity to get outside, but dew points will be climbing this weekend, so getting a little uncomfortable once again.
Tomorrow morning looking pretty great for the State Fair.
Sure is.
Hey, our congratulations to Jenna for being crowned Princess K. 90 pounds is what those butter blocks start with.
Wow.